Good morning, Tasser. Today, Miss, we are starting with the new text about Over the Ocean, and it is in the student book, page 66. Now, the title of our text is The Experience of a Lifetime. The experience, تجربة حياة. The experience of a lifetime. لما نحكي of a lifetime يعني إنه من كتر ما هي كانت مشوقة أو ممتعة. So we say that it is an experience of lifetime. Now, the Tall Ships Atlantic Challenge is one of the biggest events of the year for the sailing enthusiasts. Now, we have here an event, في عنا حدث. Now, that event is about or is specialized in the Tall Ships Atlantic Challenge. الآن في عندي challenge, في عندي تحدي. هذا التحدي is with the tall ships. فأنا في عندي عن أول متخصص به اللي هي السفن الطويلة. The Tall Ships Atlantic Challenge is one of the biggest events. هو واحد من أهم الأحداث أو المناسبات of the year for sailing enthusiasts. enthusiast سابع يعني تاسع عفوا اللي هم الهاوين لهذا الإشي أو المهتمين بشدة. So the enthusiast is a person who has a big interest in something, and here تاسع we are talking about people who have big interest in sailing. So for those who have big interest in sailing, the Tall Ships Atlantic Challenge is something important for them. Let's start reading the paragraphs. The race started in 1953 when 20 ships sailed from southern England to Portugal. Since then, it has become bigger and bigger and is now one of the most popular events in the sailing calendar. Now, the ships race started in 1953 when 20 ships sailed from southern England. So they started the race, بدأوا بهذا السباق from southern England to Portugal. Now, since then, it has become bigger and bigger and is now one of the most popular. It is now, هذا الحدث is now one of the most famous أكثر حدث شعبي أو مشهور بين الناس in the sailing calendar. Now when we say in the sailing calendar يعني in the sailing events بين الأحداث الثانية. So the calendar here means a series of events. طيب. The ships in the 2009 Atlantic Challenge were traditional vessels with sails and rigging. They came from Europe, North America, and even Uruguay in South America. Their 130,000 kilometer trip took 5 months to complete and involved over 1,000 crew members and visits to 7 ports and 5 countries. Now the ships in 2009 Atlantic Challenge الآن إحنا حكينا إنه it started in 1953 لكن هو استمر يعني ما كان حدث لمرة واحدة وإنما كانوا بيعملوه أكثر من مرة. So here we have in 2009 اللي صار بال2009 the ships in 2000 Atlantic Challenge were traditional vessels. Vessels اللي هي نوع من أنواع السفن اللي ممكن تشوفيها بالصورة عندك. So the vessel is a ship with sails and rigging. الآن في عندي sails اللي هي الأشرعة. rigging is the ropes that control the sails. هي الحبال تاسع اللي بتكون مشدودة لحتى تتحكم بشراع السفينة. So the rigging is the ropes that control the ship's sails. بدك تنتبهي إنه أنا هون صح عندي ing إلا إنها هون كانت عندي noun. Now the ships came from Europe, North America, and even Uruguay in South America. Their 130,000 kilometer trip took 5 months to complete. So it took them 5 months, أخذت منهم 5 أشهر in order to complete that distance لحتى يكملوا هاي المسافة. And it involved يعني it included كان من ضمنها كانت بتتضمن 1,000 crew member. فريق بتكون من over 1,000 فوق 1,000 شخص and visits to 7 ports and 5 countries. وكان في عندي زيارات أو توقف على 7 ports. port يعني ميناء اللي هو موانئ السفن فكانوا بيمروا خلال تحديهم ب7 موانئ and 5 countries و5 بلدان. Now most of the people on the ship were teenagers on sail training programs led by experienced sailors. They had an amazing trip that took them from Spain to the Canary Islands and then across the Atlantic to Bermuda. And after the ships reached the USA, they raced to the Nova Scotia. Now the final part of the race, which was over 43,500 kilometers, took a month. So most of the people on the ship were teenagers. غالبا كان الفريق أو أشخاص المشتركين بهذا التشالنج they were teenagers، كانوا عبارة عن مراهقين on sail training programs، مشتركين ببرامج تدريب على الإبحار sail training programs and they are led by experienced sailors، كان بيقودهم بحارين بخبرة. Now they had an amazing trip that took them from Spain to Canary. هون احنا بنعدد البلدان اللي زاروها. Now after the ships reached the USA, they raced on the Nova Scotia. هون عندي اسم مكان. And the final part of the race, which was over 43,500 kilometers, took a month. الآن الجزء الأخير من السباق كانت مسافته 43,500 كيلومتر and it took them a month. أخذت منهم شهر. Now during the race, the crew reported its progress to the organizers. They did this twice a day at 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. UK time. The ship's positions were then plotted on a map and the families or the families and friends could follow their progress. At each port on the route, there were spectacular celebrations when the ships arrived. Now during the race, the crew الفريق أو الطاقم الموجود على السفينة أو على السفن بشكل عام, they reported يعني they told their news. The news of the event, its progress. كانوا بيبلغوا report بيبلغ its progress advance. كانوا بيبلغوا بتقدمهم بالرحلة to the organizers لمنظمين هذا التحدي. They did this twice a day. كانوا بيبلغوا بتقدمهم مرتين في اليوم at 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. UK time. Now the ship's possessions were then plotted on a map. كانت تحركات السفن هون عندي possessions يعني the location of the ships أو تحركاتهم their movements they were plotted on a map they were marked on a map يعني كانوا بيبلغوا بتقدمهم للمنظمين وبرضه كان عندي السفن كانت تحركاتهم مباشرة بتتعلم على الخرائط so that why do they do that سابع so that the families and the friends could follow their progress لحتى أهالي أو عائلات الأشخاص الموجودين على السفن ممكن إنهم يكونوا قادرين على تتبع مكان السفينة وتتبع تقدمها. At each port on the route, each port on the way بكل ميناء على الطريق من الموانئ اللي كانوا ينزلوا فيها there were spectacular celebrations. Spectacular يعني amazing. كان في احتفالات متميزة when the ships arrived. يعني كانوا كل ما تنزل سفينة على ميناء من الموانئ كان يكون في احتفال للسفن ولطاقم الموجود في السفينة. Let's go to the last paragraph. Patrick Kelly, a teenager on one of the first ships to arrive, said, I wanted to go on a new and exciting adventure. This really has been the experience of a lifetime. So he wanted to go in an adventure and that's why he shared or participated in the event. Since I have been on this ship, I have made lots of friends. يعني why is it good for Patrick to be part of the crew? Because since he has been on the ship, he has made lots of friends. يعني it helped him to be a social person. And I have discovered a lot about the countries. And he knew more about the countries that they visited and about himself. This has been the longest that I have ever been away from home. كانت أطول مدة بكون فيها بعيد عن المنزل. So the best part أو بعيد عن موطني. So the best part for me was just now when we sailed back into Belfast. كان أفضل جزء هو العودة لبلفاست اللي هو وطنه أو بلده when they arrived there. So Tasa, that was the end of our class. Thank you for watching. I hope everything is clear for you. Have a good day.